Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we'll be doing my Backlash review, and I'm just gonna let everybody know I didn't watch the complete pay-per-view, but I will say this: I have seen some clips, and I am pretty well aware on what happened with some of the clips I watched from the highlights. So we're gonna be starting off with the pre-show match. Sheamus would go on to defeat Ricochet in a non-title match. I mean, I would like to see Sheamus defend his title, but, you know, maybe they've got nobody for him. But it is what it is. But it was a good match, though. Anyway, next we had Rhea Ripley defending the Raw Women's Championship against Asuka and Charlotte Flair. The right woman won here with Rhea Ripley going over. The thing that is really agitating me the most at this point is definitely the fans kind of, you know, getting all pissed off about new superstars. You know, this is the thing I've been hearing. This has been a common thread, okay? The common thread is that fans want new stars created. They want new wrestlers. They want new fresh faces because they're sick and tired of seeing people like Charlotte Flair constantly get title matches. But then when WWE decides to build up that said new star, for some reason people just start complaining and they just turn on that said new star. I mean, it just drives me insane. Like, do you want new stars or not? I won't rant on this too much, but I swear it just pisses me off. It really does. It really does. It just gets on my nerves on how fans want new stars, but then they will just turn on that wrestler. It's just so darn stupid. Rey and Dominic became the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. I mean, who really cares? It was expected to happen. It was more just so then they could become the first father-son duo to be Tag Team Champions. Their title run won't last long because, you know, WWE tend to do that. They tend to give somebody, you know, a historical moment, and then they just take the titles off them. So, yeah, whatever. Congrats, I guess. But we're in 2021, and we got Rey Mysterio as champion. Yes, I know. I should have said this about Natalya and Tamina, but the difference is I would rather them champions over Nia and Shayna Baszler. Then we had Damian Priest taking on The Miz, or the Piss, as I call him, in a lumberjack match, and it was full of zombies. Apparently, this was a tie-in to the film Army of the Dead, which is starred by Batista. So they did this just to more. So they did this as a tribute to Batista's new film. Priest would perform Hit the Lights on The Miz for the win. And hopefully now this is the end of Damian's rivalry with The Miz. Then we had Bianca Belair face off against Bayley. This was a really good matchup. Bayley continues to prove why she is just so damn good. Especially as a heel. She's just so damn good in the role that she is. She's just so damn good with the role that she's in. And Bianca Belair would win the match by using her braided hair to gain leverage during the pinfall. So something tells me this is far from over. So something tells me we haven't seen the last of Bianca Belair versus Bayley. And for those who want to see someone else step up to the challenge against Bianca, well, I'm afraid that ain't gonna happen. Who else is on the roster that is more worthy of facing Bianca Belair right now? Really nobody. So it just makes total sense for the feud between Bayley and Bianca Belair to continue. And considering Hell in a Cell is the next pay-per-view, I know, surprising, right? Hell in a Cell in June. We're probably going to get Bianca Belair and Bayley inside Hell in a Cell. And I'll be okay, and I'm okay with that. Then we had Bobby Trashley taking on Drew McIntyre and Braun Strowman in a WWE Championship triple threat. Braun Strowman was quite impressive here. A little bit impressive. He was doing some airborne moves. Like, that's pretty crazy for a man of his size. And he powerbombed Drew McIntyre through the table. But in the end, Bobby Lashley would retain with a spear. to retain on Braun Strowman. So who faces Bobby Lashley next? Probably Drew McIntyre or Braun Strowman again. Just like with Bianca and Bayley, who else on Raw can you realistically see facing Bobby Lashley? Other than Keith Lee, I can't really think of anybody off my head. If Randy Orton wasn't in a tag team with Matt Riddle, I'd easily say Randy Orton. And then our main event was Roman Reigns versus Cesaro for the Universal Championship. This was a great match and a great way to showcase Cesaro. This was a brilliant match. I really did enjoy this. I'm very happy for Cesaro to finally have his big moment. And it's a shame he didn't win. It's a shame he didn't win the title. But I'm really happy with what he was able to accomplish in this match. WWE made Cesaro look strong in defeat. You can't say WWE buried him, because if you give a guy a lot of time in the ring to showcase what he can do in the ring, it shows you something. It shows you that you can get someone over while making them look good in a match. And this was one of those examples. Cesaro was not buried on this night. He was made to look like a champ in that ring. And I hope he gets a constellation prize. I'd love to see him. Like, I can't see him winning the Universal Championship anytime soon, because Vince ain't going to take it off Roman. I'd love to see Cesaro challenge for the Intercontinental Championship as his constellation prize. Have him dethrone Apollo Crews as the Intercontinental Champion. I think that'd be a nice constellation prize for Cesaro from the hard work that he's put in, if you know what I mean. So overall, from what I've heard, people enjoyed this pay-per-view. I'm glad people did. Some people obviously would have called it shit. You know, the typical people that hate WWE and love to shit on it 24/7. Out of everything that took place on this card, the only thing I didn't really care for was the Mysterios becoming the tag team champions. I get it, first father-son tag team champion nonsense, but I personally just do not care. I hope Damian Priest moves on to something new and something different now. Move him on from The Miz. I really hope they move him on to something else. Rhea Ripley, I'm expecting her to probably continue her feud with Charlotte heading into Hell in a Cell. We get Rhea Ripley and Charlotte inside Hell in a Cell, and hopefully they have Rhea Ripley pin and defeat Charlotte Flair inside Hell in a Cell. And I hope Bobby Lashley gets a new opponent, but like I said, who else have you got? So I'm expecting Drew or Braun against Lashley inside Hell in a Cell. So anyway, and as for Reigns, I'm hoping maybe for another match with Cesaro inside Hell in a Cell. But because of what's been going on with Jimmy Uso, I'm pretty sure they'll repeat history. Just like with last year, they had Jey Uso inside Hell in a Cell with Roman Reigns. They'll probably throw Jimmy Uso in there, and they'll probably make it an I Quit match, just like last time. So there you go, guys. Those are my thoughts on Backlash. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hit that thumbs up if you guys did enjoy. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below. I don't really have a whole lot to say about this pay-per-view because I didn't really watch it. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you all next time.